Welcome to the second episode of Dota News Weekly. This week we're going to talk about a couple of interesting developments in the Dota scene. So far the most interesting of the entirety of the post-TI shuffle. On number one of our stories we're going to talk about Team Liquid disbanding. The Team Liquid squad, of course one of the fan favorites for many years, TI 7 winners, TI 9 grand finalists, have chosen to part ways with their organization. This means that they are going to leave Liquid and create their own organization. That is a dream of Kuro, and the rest of the team is going to follow suit, and therefore Team Liquid at the moment will not have a roster for the coming season. They will be trying to figure out how they're going to get themselves a new roster and look to the teams that are still available. We will wish them the best of luck, of course, and I'm very curious to what the new Team Liquid name is going to be. On number 2 of this week, we're going to talk about the new Keen Gaming lineup. Keen Gaming have made a massive overhaul of their roster. They have made Lanham their coach, so he's stepping away from being an active player. Kama is now the position 1, so we're not going to see Old Chicken or Old 11 anymore in the lineup. One is going to stay their mid laner. He's been doing very well last season. Dark, their position 5 player, has swapped to the position 3 role. We have Tianming from Team Sirius taking over the 4 position role, and Mushi, of course a massive fan favorite, has taken up the role of position 5 for the side of Keen Gaming. So that is their entire lineup together. A very interesting lineup. I don't really know how they're going to perform because it's an open book at the moment, but I am very curious to see how Lanham as a coach is going to perform in the future. On number 3 of our list, we're going to talk about the new TNC Predator. Of course, TNC, it was speculated for a while now that Cuckoo would get booted from the team after the entire Cuckoo fiasco of last year. Of course, the reference that he made in a pub game, which he has not been forgiven of by the Chinese crowd so far. So they have actually gotten rid of Cuckoo and the position 5 player AU as well. And Heen has left the coaching position of TNC Predator, which means he is at the moment available, so there is a reasonable chance he might join the new Team Liquid lineup. Because of this, they needed 2 more players to fill the spots, and for the offlane role they've picked up KP. Of course, KP, a very renowned player, but surprisingly an Australian in a full Filipino lineup. So their language that they're going to have to speak during their matches is of course going to be English, because as a position 5 they have picked up March, and March of course is a Korean. Personally, I would have expected March to be playing in the new T1 lineup, of course, that's being created, but it's a very interesting lineup. I don't know if I'd consider it to be better, but it does mean that Mineski at the moment have absolutely no one left from the old lineup, and I hope that they're going to bring out a massive announcement to create their entire new roster around. And of course, last but definitely not least, the whole Midas mode fiasco. It's been a big struggle lately in the scene. The announcement for the new qualifier dates of Valve came out, where Valve is going to do 1 qualifier for the major and the minor, so we're not going to have those separate anymore, so it's all going to be 1 big qualifier. But those qualifier dates were announced and they clash with the Midas mode tournament, of course, created by Sir Action Slacks and the Moonduck TV team. It was a solid, it has been on the dates card for almost everyone that's a Dota fan for a very long time that Midas mode was coming back, and it was very surprising to see that Valve did not pay attention at all to the fact that there was a third-party tournament coming up soon and they just clashed their entire qualifier dates with it. So that would mean that no team would be playing in the Midas mode because they would all be way too busy qualifying for the major or minor, because DPC points, of course, are very valuable. Luckily, Valve, a couple of days to a week later, have brought out an announcement changing their dates to accommodate for the Midas mode, and gets a big thumbs up from the community, because finally it does feel a little bit like Valve has started to listen to what the people in the community want, and it does bode well, because now we're gonna have ourselves a gorgeous little Midas mode again. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll be back next week again for another Dota News Weekly. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see ya.